I was reading this morning and the Lord gave me a wake up call, but not just for me, but for all fathers and husbands. I'm reading Joshua chapter 5, and it was verse 6 that says, "For the sons of Israel had walked 40 years in the wilderness until all the nation, that is, the men of war, who came out of Egypt, were completely destroyed because they did not listen to the voice of Yahweh, to whom Yahweh had sworn that he would not let them see the land which Yahweh had sworn to their fathers to give us, a land flowing with milk and honey." What the Lord highlighted was the emphasis on that part. It says, that is, the men of war who came out of Egypt. And when you think of what he's talking about, right, they were supposed to go into the promised land, but they didn't because they were afraid to, they didn't trust in the Lord that he was going to come and give them what he told them he would give them, right? They were just supposed to go and take it, but they were afraid of the enemies, afraid of the giants. And throughout the whole wilderness season, they kept looking back at the things of Egypt, at how things used to be. They were ungrateful in what God was providing for them, and they didn't trust him moving forward to the promised land that they were going into. And because of these men, right, the men of war, it was their fault that nobody went in, right? It wasn't until the next generation that now the new generation of young men has to go and fight the battles that their fathers were too afraid to fight. So this is like a twofold thing, right? To the fathers, it's, are you gonna be like those men, right? Because the responsibility falls on us. Is your family gonna suffer because you're too caught up in the things of the past? You're too caught up in the luxuries of the past, of Egypt, right? And you're not trusting in the Lord and moving forward in the battle that he's placed in front of you. But then as the next generation, now that God has given us, right, this opportunity, maybe your parents, did fumble their opportunities, but are we gonna fumble as well? Are we gonna not take the opportunities that God has given us, right? We have to trust in the Lord and move forward in what he is calling us to do, because at the end of the day, it falls on us to be obedient, right? So I hope this blessed you guys.